Compliments. Don't matter what season, what situation, mask or no mask, depending on the fragrance, people are going to smell you. And whether they choose to say something or not is very, very random. In this video, I want to go over the 10 fragrances that this winter have garnered me the most attention. It is indeed going to be ranked too. Stay tuned. So these first few is not for, the reason they're so low on the list is not for lack of ability to garner compliments, it's for limited numbers of use, essentially. And that's very true with Boss the Scent Private Accord. This gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous coffee fragrance works magic. It's got a uniqueness, it combines what I consider two really good fragrances. A coffee and leather fragrance with the Boss the Scent line in general, because Boss the Scent is a beautiful manenka and leather, just kind of sexy fragrance. It's geared to be a date night, nighttime, evening wear type of scent. Well, you add a beautiful coffee note and heighten that leather a bit, and this is what you will come up with, the Scent Private Accord. I wore it twice since it got really cold, even a little bit, 2 weeks before official winter solstice. I consider once we hit December pretty much the winter. So we've had about 2.5 months of what I would consider the winter so far. And this got me some pretty positive attention. I want to say it was one compliment at the grocery store, and I believe the wife multiple to every time I wore it. And I want to say my mother-in-law as well, because we went visit and I wore this one of the days that we went visit. So definitely can pull it in. It's just, are you going to wear it enough? That was kind of the issue I had in this Boss the Scent Private Accord. Next, this is another one that I did quite a bit of testing for the video that I did on it and another flanker in its own line. And it's gorgeous. It often gets compared to Spicebomb, but I feel like it's got a lot of differences from a booziness to a floral dry down. Of course, I'm talking about Bulgari Man in Black. People complain about the performance on this one. I didn't experience any real performance issues. Yeah, it wasn't a beast, but about 7 hours, and I mean, I'm not mad at that. Picked this up in a gift set at the rack store. It was at a Marshall's specifically, and very, very happy to have this one. I did a video comparing this to Black Orient. That's the flanker I was talking about, and that one's a bit spicier and a bit more powerful, but it's a lot more masculine as well, whereas this one's kind of got a bit more of a class to it because of the tuberose and the iris that are in here that come out quite a bit on my skin. Very floral and powdery in the dry down. Changes drastically from what the opening is, essentially. Actually quite a classy fragrance that I don't feel gets the love that it used to get, but I mean, it's beautiful, beautiful fragrance. The wife loves this one. Wore this one when Mom was in town. She thoroughly enjoyed the way this smells. And I want to say, because I wore this the day we went to Garden of the Gods while Mom was here, and I want to say I had 2 people that we walked by that asked me what I was wearing. So I mean, that counts as a compliment, And definitely started pulling them in. If I wear it a little bit more, I'm sure I'd get even more attention, because this is a gorgeous, gorgeous fragrance that changes quite a bit for a designer fragrance, and it's Bulgari Man in Black. Now, this has been one of my favorite discoveries in recent memory. I got this in my Montal haul from Kingdom Fragrances. I'm talking about Honey Aoyd. This stuff is magic. My God. Whew. If you haven't smelled this one, you really should. Amber, slightly powdery vanilla, of course oud, and a beautiful, beautiful honey. It's not sickeningly sweet. I don't find it's too sweet. I find the oud plays just the right amount, just the right role with this, with that warm amber. There's a little bit of cinnamon in here to add some spice. It's a beast. You can get them for a decent price. Like I said, I got this one from Kingdom Fragrances. I don't remember how much it was exactly. Steve's stock flows in and out quickly because he'll get a few bottles of this or several bottles of that, and it'll just sell out. So I'm not sure if he's got this one in stock right now, but definitely check out Steve. He's got a lot of good testers and full presentations for Montal. Kingdom Fragrances is linked below. But this garnered me quite a bit of attention this past, well, winter's not over yet, but it's almost there. And it's one that I need to pull out again because I love the way this stuff smells. And it puts me in just such a really good mood. I think that attributes to the positive attention because, the prime example, my wife loves this one. Cannot stop smelling me when I have this one on. This is definitely, I wouldn't say too masculine. It's definitely unisex. She could wear it, but it never really struck her as something to wear. But man, does she love how it smells on me. I'm telling you fellas, try this one. So far, this is like, it's been about 12 Montals I've tried now. And this is definitely my favorite. I can't recommend this one enough. Garners a lot of positive attention for me, and maybe it'll do the same for you. Honey Aoyd from Montal. Next is my favorite coffee fragrance, and every time I wear this one, I get some really good attention. I've gotten several compliments with this one. Wore this one 3 times. 3 times. Twice was just running errands, and what I had wore earlier in the day it was pretty much worn off. And man, this one has stopped a few buggies in the grocery store this winter. Happy Land Studio Homme for the holidays. My favorite coffee fragrance. This stuff is freaking amazing. It's very seasonal for me. This isn't one that I would say you need to try to, pull out in the summer. Oh, man, but early spring, late fall, and especially the winter. Don't just think it's Christmas themed just because it's clever. It wears very, very heavy. It's a very dark roasted brew with this beautiful maple syrup accord. It smells like coffee and syrupy waffles. That's what I always say when I talk about it. It's a monster in performance. It beyond 12 hours in longevity, several hours of very, very good projection, room filling in the first hour. It's a monster. It's a must try from Happy Land. This is one of those top 5 from the house. It's around 20 fragrances now, and this has been top 5 ever since it came out. Arguably top 3 for sure, because this stuff is just great. It's, like I said, my favorite coffee fragrance. If you're looking for a beautiful, sweet coffee fragrance, a gourmand coffee, they don't get any better than this. It's just my opinion. You may feel different, but man, this always garners me positive attention, and I can't stop smelling myself when I'm wearing Homme for the holidays from Happy Land. Now, this particular fragrance may be no surprise. Uomo Signature from Salvatore Ferragamo. It's a compliment machine. Every time I wear it, positive attention comes my way. A little bit of the Versace Eros vibe up top. Not much, just a little bit. Very beautiful, sweet coffee. There's a nice soft leather. There's a little bit of warmth that comes in once it starts to transition from the opening into the heart of the fragrance. It goes hours and hours and hours, depending on where you find it. I mean, they have places that are still selling it for around $31. I have seen recently online. I can't remember where I was looking. But under $40 is what you're going to pay for this. And it's absolutely worth every single penny because it punches well above its price point. This is one that I'm pretty confident if you get, you will wear more. If you don't have a large collection, you'll wear this one pretty regularly while it's cold because you're going to love the way you smell. Your significant other is going to love the way you smell. When you go places, people that are apt to giving compliments are most likely going to give you one because the aroma that this thing has, I mean, it's hard not to say it's the best Salvatore Ferragamo fragrance on the market. I mean, I can't really, look, I love a lot of stuff from this house, and I mean, you guys know I love Acqua Senziale Blue. I love the aptly named Ferragamo. I've got the new Pour Homme Oud on the way, but none of them can touch this in my opinion. I like the original Uomo. I like Uomo Casual Life. I love what the house has to offer, but I don't think any of them can touch this. You want to get some compliments, clean up real nice, put a smile on your face, and wear Salvatore Ferragamo Uomo Signature. Now this one, it doesn't surprise me when he gets me a nice compliment. It brings a smile to my face when I do get a compliment when I'm wearing this one because I completely agree. I think this is such a great smelling fragrance. It just, let's not get technical about it. It just smells really, really good and it's powerful. It's Spicebomb Night Vision Eau de Parfum. It's so good. This is one of my favorite releases in a long, long time. I think they did such a good job. Man. It took what was good about the original Night Vision and made it way better. Because a lot of people complained about Night Vision EDT, which I do enjoy, and once the spring rolls around, I'm going to wear that one instead of this one probably. God, it's so good for the cold weather. It's got Spicebomb Extreme type of performance, maybe even a little bit more. This stuff is a strong projector with a heavy sillage, real strong scent trail on this one. And it's an all-day spray. It's going to just go and go and go. You don't need a lot of sprays. 4 or 5 sprays is plenty. People will be able to smell you very easy. And you're going to have, if you're an approachable person, most likely when you're wearing this, you will have several people want to tell you how good you smell, whether it be at work or depending on where you frequent. Like I said, being approachable factors into it greatly. People that know you are more likely to pay you a nice compliment when they see something or smell something that warrants a compliment from them, and this is going to be one of those fragrances that does that for you. It's going to pull them in, because I mean, just based off my experience, Spicebomb Night Vision EDP, it pulls them in. I don't know how you can not smell me when I wear this fragrance. You know, it's difficult to get here in the States. They still make the 100 milliliter bottle overseas, from what I understand. It's very easy to get. I've had viewers of the channel tell me in the comments over where they're at, whether it be Europe, the Netherlands, wherever, that they can still get it pretty easy. But the Homme Parfum, I have the older 75 ml style. I do have 2 bottles. With the way it works with me and fragrances, God, it smells so good. It's been a few weeks since I've smelled it. The 2 bottles I have is going to last me the rest of my life, most likely. And it smells floating in the air. I don't know how somebody can not smell you when you wear this fragrance. I know that's the case with me. I do 4 sprays every single time I wear this. And 3 going all the way around the neck and 1 on the chest. And sometimes 1.5 on the chest. Because you can control the sprays very easily with the Dior atomizers. But this stuff is... It's damn near the perfect designer fragrance to me. And I know some are going to agree with me on that have this and just love this fragrance. And some are going to disagree because there's another that they hold in high regard. And I understand that, but man, I really think this is my favorite designer fragrance besides Invictus Aqua, because that's just my flat out favorite fragrance. But it doesn't get really any better than this to me. And it puts me in a phenomenal mood and mindset when I'm wearing this one, because I know I'm smelling freaking great with Dior Homme Parfum. And I know I'm not smelling like anyone around me. And I know it's going up everyone's nose that's within a few feet from me when I walk by, or even 6, 7, 8 feet, because this stuff is a freaking beast. It's powerful. It's all day and then some. It's worth every penny. Even these crazy resale prices, you got to see if it's worth it to you, because it's that good of a fragrance. That's why people are trying to charge that for it. It's damn good. Some people will pay $200 plus, $250, $275, the crazy prices this is asking, but in my experience, it pulls in the compliments very easily, because you're going to have a unique smell going. Most people aren't used to smelling this. A, it's not that easy to find. B, not that many people are into Dior Homme. Not that many, iris heavy fragrances. And to have this bad boy is just next level, because so few people have it here in the States. And I know you'll say, oh, there's probably 10,000 people that have it. Yeah, how many people are in the States? 10,000 is not a big number. So based on my experience, this stuff just pulls in the compliments. If you can get your hands on it for a decent price, I say pull the trigger. You're going to have to blind buy it most likely. But I'll be damned. If you like any of the Dior Hommes, in my opinion, this is definitely the best one, the most powerful, and the sexiest, and it pulls in the compliments. Next is 100% my favorite tobacco fragrance. It overtook red tobacco. It has a similar scent profile to red tobacco. It's just a lot cleaner, a lot fresher. The ingredients are just better. It's just as powerful too. It's from Argos, Triumph of Bacchus. I love this stuff. My stepdaughter loves this stuff. That 30 ml bottle that I had, I don't have that anymore. After she came visit, I sent it home with her, because she loves it. Man, and I don't blame her. Look, if you have red tobacco, yeah, it's going to be redundant to have. But if you look in between the two, this one's definitely more expensive. But you get what you pay for. Trust me, get a carded sample. I implore everybody with Argos, try the carded samples. Links down below. And you'll understand where I'm coming from. This is much cleaner, much more pure. It's classier. It's got this beautiful peach and apple up top that really shine through, because this doesn't have the oud and the incense and all those more pungent notes that red tobacco has, which, don't get me wrong, still love red tobacco. I'm not knocking red tobacco. Just of the two, I feel like this is the better fragrance across the board. You know, the scent quality is just a little bit greater. The purity is just a little bit better. It's a lot cleaner. And then on top of that, look at this freaking presentation. It's just next level. I don't have the boxes right here with me, but it's all hand pour, made by Christian. He's the perfumer. He's everything. He is Mr. Argos. Damn good fragrance. It's a beast. It's nuclear performance, just like red tobacco, just much cleaner and higher quality. Like I said, you get what you pay for. And every time I wear this, at the very minimum, my wife tells me how great I smell. At the very minimum, with Argos, Triumph of Bacchus. This next one has been a hit every time I have worn it. Every time I have worn one of the clones that I enjoy of it. Of course, I'm talking about Parfums de Marly, Layton. There's no denying the effects of Layton. Layton is some good stuff. Oh man, that spiced peppery vanilla with this strange Vicks Vapor Rub menthol kind of smell up top that, you know, the clones don't necessarily have. Like when I talk about the clones, I wear, before I got the bottle, I was wearing Royal Equestrian from Alexandria quite a bit. I love that one. And then I got Uncle Jumbo from Strike Gold Shave, and that one's got a fresher opening, whereas Royal Equestrian's spicier than this. Uncle Jumbo's fresher than this. So depending on my situation, I actually have use for all three, because the other two take this DNA and twist it just a little bit. Got one that's a little bit spicier and less sweet than this one, that doesn't have the menthol. Then the other one has a little bit of the menthol, but is a lot fresher and less spicy and sweet. But they all have beast mode performance. They all pull in compliments for me. It's just, at the end of the day, this is the highest quality one, and this is the one that works the most magic for sure of the three. And I have other clone houses that I've got Layton clones from. Just those two are the noteworthy ones, because that's the ones I do enjoy wearing. Sometimes I'll get in the mood for Layton, but want that specific version. But man, nothing actually beats getting the real deal, because the real deal is just that. It's the real deal. It pulls in some compliments. It garners some positive attention. I love the way it smells on me. It's an all-day spray. It's quality. And the bottle's just freaking gorgeous. This Parfums de Marly, Layton. Last but not least, this may or may not surprise you. I don't know. It's going to be a mixed bag, I'm sure. So you hear me playing with the cap, I'm sure you can assume it's a magnetic cap. And it's a Dior Sauvage. It's Dior Sauvage Parfum. I've been wearing this one more recently, and man, I've been enjoying every spray too. The orange is still present, but it's a smokier, because of the olibanum, more polished, deeper version of Dior Sauvage. You know, it takes that peppery shower gel ambroxan smell that Sauvage is known for and matures it, smooths it out, sands off those rough edges, and adds some depth. And the performance is still there for me. It's got a sneaky sillage. It doesn't project real far, but it's got a strong trail. So it's got a sneaky good sillage. It's easy to go anosmic to. And then it lasts 10-12 hours. It's all day for me. I'm glad to have this big 200 milliliter bottle, because this is my favorite version of Sauvage. So it's always good to have a big bottle of your favorite. Don't get me wrong. Love the EDP and the EDT. Love them. Wear them in different situations. But for the colder weather, I definitely enjoy the Parfum. And of the fragrances I have worn in the last 2 months and some change, Dior Sauvage Parfum is the one that has gotten me the most attention. I have worn it the second, third most out of all the fragrances in this video, but it's garnered me the most compliments. It's not even the one I wore the most. The one I wore the most, I want to say, was Layton, and then Triumph of Bacchus, then Dior Sauvage. But this is the one that got me the most attention. I'm telling you, more people need to try this one. The others are great. And yeah, it's a little redundant if you have the EDT or the EDP, But still, get a sample and try it. It's easy to get your hands on a carded sample. You might end up falling in love with it the way I have, because this stuff just works. I love the way it smells, and it always pulls in some compliments for me. And that's Sauvage Parfum from Dior. Well, that's the 10 fragrances that this winter, 2020 going into 2021, have garnered me the most attention. They just have. You know, whether it be just running errands, going to visit the in-laws, or going out on some sort of adventure, going to dinner, going grocery shopping. You never know where you're going to get a nice compliment. Just be approachable. Be approachable. It's a big factor. Even though we're wearing a mask, people can see if you have an attitude or you're in a good mood. Your eyes can tell a tale. Your body language can tell a tale. Be more approachable. Always try to look and smell nice, and you'll probably get more positive attention around you. And until next time, do me a real quick favor. Go ahead and like, comment, subscribe, because I do appreciate all the feedback. Love hearing from you guys. Is any of these on this list done the same for you? Have they garnered you some positive attention this winter? Let me know down in the comments. And until next time, I will say if you get your hands on any of these and you give them a spray now, I'm pretty confident you'll thank me later. Have a good one, guys.